Answer any 5 questions. 13th question. Explain the 3-state bus buffers. Usually, any logic circuit has two status. For example, binary form 0 and 1, the buffer exhibits 3 status. It has 3 pins which include input, accept 1 or 0. 0 is disabled, 1 is enabled. Output. If 3-state control is 0, then output follows input. Definition. A 3-state bus buffer is an integrated circuit that connects multiple data sources to a single bus. The open drivers can be selected to be either a logical high, logical low, or logical independence, which allows the buffers to drive the bus. Let's see the more detail about 3-state bus buffer in this point. As in a conventional gate, 1 and 0 are 2 states. Third state is the high impedance state. Third point is the third state behaves like an open circuit. If the output is not connected, then there is no logical significance. It may perform and type of conventional logical operations such as AND or NAND, etc. 14th question. List and explain any 4 application of logic operations. The 8085 instruction set includes logic functions AND or XOR and NOT. ANA, logical AND with accumulator. ANA or it's logically ANDs the content of register or with content accumulator. This is a 1-byte instruction. For example, ANAB. A equal 9H, B equal 67H. It calculates the binary code format in display the screen. ANI and immediate and accumulator. ANI 8-bit, it logically and second byte of the content of the accumulator. This is a byte instructions. ANI 7AH, A is 9FH, A is a data. It denotes a 9FH, 7AH equal to answer is 1AH. It's a binary code, it's displayed on the screen. And then third type is ORA, logically or with accumulator. ORA or it logically or the content of the register or with the content of the accumulator. This is 1-byte instruction. ORA B is 9FH, B is 67H. And then 9FH 67H is calculated by FFH. Fourth type is ORI or immediate with accumulator. ORI 8-bit, it logically or the second byte with the content of the accumulator. This is a second byte instruction. Example, ORA B is 9FH, 67H is calculated by FFH. 15th question. Give a account on array processor. Types of array processor. Array processor performs a computation on large array of data. There are 2 types of array processor: attached array processor, SIMD array processor. These are explained the following below. Attached array processor is to improve the performance of the host computers in numerical computational task auxiliary processing attached to it. Attached array processor has two interfaces, input-output interface in a common processor, interface with a local memory. Here local memory interconnect main memory. Host computer is general purpose computer. Attached processor back to the machine driven as a host computer. The array processor is connected through an input-output controller to the computer and the computer treats it as an external interfaces. Second one is SIMD array processor. This is computer with multiple process unit operating in parallel. Both types of array processors manipulate vectors but their international organization is different. SIMD is a computer with multiple processing units operating in parallel. The processing units are synchronized to perform the same operation under the control of a common control unit, thus providing a single instruction stream, multiple data stream. SIMD organization. SIMD contains a set of identical processing elements PES, each having a local memory M. Each PE includes a ALU, floating point arithmetic unit, working registers. Master control unit's operation in the PES. The function of master control unit is to decode the instruction and determine how the instruction to be executed. If the instruction is scalar or program control instruction, then it is directly executed with the master control unit. Main memory is used for storage of the program, while each PES uses operand stored in its local memory. 16th question. Write 8085 program to convert binary to BCD number. Address is F000. Hexa code is 21,00,80. Labels is nil. Mnemonic is LXIH, 8000H. Commands means initialize a memory pointer. And then F003 is hexa code is 16,00. Mnemonic is MVID, 00H. Command is clear D register of most significant byte. F005 AF XOR clear accumulator. F006 4E move C, M get hexa data. And then F007, F009, F00A D E F 12, 13, 14, 17 is displayed on the screen. And then their hexa codes and labels mnemonic commands also the display on the screen. 17th question. Write 8085 program to convert ASCII to binary. Address, hexacodes, labels, mnemonic commands are displayed on the screen. F000, F03, F04, F006, F009, B, E, 10, 11, 12. These are all the 8085 program address. ASCII to binary convert address. Hexacodes 21, 80, 7E, FE, 5A, D2OE, FO, etc. etc. Labels are denoted by F00E, F010. Num and store. Mnemonics are specified by LXH and MOVAM, CPI, GNC, SUI, JMP, SUI, INX, MO, HLT. Commands are load address address of the number, load ASCII data ACC from memory, compare with ASCII 9+1. Input is numeric, subtract offset of get alphabetic character of F009. Address and hexacodes of D637, and then store the result of the F00B, C3, 10, F0 hexacodes and mnemonics is jump store, and finally they terminate the program HLT and the hexacode is 76 and address is F010, labels is null. 18th question. Explain the interrupt in 8085. When microprocessor receive any interrupt signal from peripherals which are requesting its services, it stops its current execution and program control transfer to a subroutine by generating call signal, and after executing this subroutine by generating RET signal, again program control is transferred to main program from where it had is stopped. When microprocessor receives the interrupt signals, it sends the acknowledgement of INTA to the peripheral which requesting for its services. Interrupt can be classified into various categories based on different parameters. First one is hardware and software interrupts. When microprocessor receive interrupt signals through pins hardware of microprocessor, they are known as the hardware interrupt. There are 5 hardware interrupts in 8085 microprocessor. They are INTR, RST 7.5, 6.5, 5.5 and trap. Software interrupts are those which are inserted in between the program, which means this mnemonics of microprocessor. There are 8 software interrupts in 8085 microprocessor. They are RST 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7. Vector and non-vector interrupts. Vector interrupts are those which are fixed vector address, starting address and subroutine, and after executing this program control to transfer that address, vector address calculated by a formula 8 into type. Interrupt name vector address. Trap RST 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. Vector address is 24H, 2CH, 34H, 3CH. Software interrupt vector address given by the RST 0 to RST 6, and the vector address is 00H to 30H is displayed on the screen. And then RST 7 is 38H is vector address. Non-vector interrupt are those which vector address is not predefined. The interrupting device gives the address of subroutine for this interrupt. INTR is the only non-vector interrupt in 8085 microprocessor. Fifth one is maskable and non-maskable interrupts. Maskable interrupts are those which can be disabled or ignored by the microprocessor. These interrupts are either edge triggered or level triggered, so they can be disabled. INTR RST 7.5 to 5.5 maskable interrupt in 8085 microprocessor. Non-maskable interrupt, those which cannot be disabled or ignored by the microprocessor. TAP is non-maskable interrupt. It consists of both level as well as edge triggering and used in critical power failure conditions. Instructions for interrupt: enable interrupt EI, disable interrupt DI, set interrupt mask SIM, read interrupt mask RIM. Enable interrupt EI. The interrupt enable flip-flop is set and all interrupt are enabled following the execution of next instruction followed by EI. No flags are affected after a system reset. The interrupt enable flip-flop is reset, thus disabling the interrupts. This instruction is necessary to enable the interrupt again except trapped. Second one is disable interrupt DI. This instruction is used to reset the value of enable flip-flop, hence disabling all the interrupts. No flags are affected by its instructions. Third one is set instruction mark SIM. It is used to implement a hardware interruption RST 7.5 to RST 5.5 by setting various bits. Form mask of generate output data via the serial output data SOD line. First the required value is loaded to accumulator, then SIM will take the bit pattern from it. Fourth one is read interrupt mask RIM. The instruction is used to read the status of hardware interrupt RST 7.5 to RST 5.5 and loading into the A register a byte which defines the condition of the mask bits in the interrupt. It also reads the condition of SID serial input data bit on the microprocessor. 19th question. Explain the basic operations of DMA controller. DMA controller. The term DMA stands for direct memory access. The hardware device used to direct memory access is called DMA controller. DMA controller is a control unit part of input-output devices interface circuit which can transfer block of data between input-output devices and main memory with minimal intervention from the processor. DMA controller diagram in computer architecture provides an interface between the bus and input-output devices. Although it transfers data without intervention of processor, it is controlled by the processor. The processor initiates the DMA controller by sending starting addresses, number of the words to data block of direction, and the transfer of data. For example, input-output devices to the memory or from main memory of input-output devices. More than one external devices can be connected to the DMA controller. DMA in computer architecture. DMA controller contains the address unit for generating addresses and selecting input-output devices for transfer. It also contains the control unit data count for keeping count of the number of blocks transferred and indicating the direction of transfer of data. When the transfer is completed, DMA informs the processor by raising an interrupt. The typical block diagram of the microprocessor memory DMA controller. It controls the input-output port of three external device and three input-output port display on the screen. DMA controller. A typical block diagram of DMA computer share the bus with the processor to make the data transfer, and the device hold the bus given time is called bus master. When transfer input-output device memory or vice versa made, processor stop execution of the current program. Increment program counter moves data overstack the send the DMA controller free. If it is request a control bus and processor by raising the bus request signal, process grants the bus to the controller by raising the bus grant signal. Now DMA controller is a bus master. The processor indicates the DMA controller by sending a memory address, number of blocks, the data to be transferred to the direction. The data transfer. After assigning the data transfer task, DMA controller initiates the program after retrieving instruction from this stack. Transfer of data in computer by DMA controller. DMA controller now has the full control of buses and can interact directly with memory input-output device independent of CPU. It makes the data transfer according to the controller instruction received by the processor. After completion of data transfer, it disables the bus request signal. The CPU disables the bus grant signal, thereby moving control of buses to the CPU. When input-output device want to indicate the transfer of send DMA request signal to the DMA controller, which the controller acknowledges if it is free, then the controller grants signal to transfer data from the device. For n-channel DMA controller, number external device can be connected. DMA transfer data three modes including the following: bus mode, cycle mode, and transport mode is explained on the screen. And then DMA in architecture mode, and then three types of DMA controller. DMA transfer the data three modes in the following: bus mode, cycle mode, and then transport mode. Bus mode is DMA hand over the buses to CPU only after completion of all data transfer. Meanwhile, if the CPU requires the bus, it has to stay idle and wait for data transfer. Cycle stealing mode means in this mode, DMA gives control of buses to CPU after transfer of every byte. It continuously issues the request of the bus control, makes the transfer of one byte and returns the bus. By this, CPU doesn't have wait for long time if it needs a bus for higher priority task. Third one is transfer mode. Here DMA transfer data only when CPU is executing instruction which does not require to the users of the bus.